Bleach versus Chainsaw Man shouldn't be a debate. There's recently been a trend amongst the anime community that pits varying series and fandoms against each other, resulting in long Twitter debates and posts discrediting the validity of the other series. I find this attempted form of discussion to be silly in nature because it isn't a conversation of which series another likes best. Instead, it's targeted hate towards a series one personally doesn't identify with, which results in splitting the fan bases and hurting anime as a whole. October 10th and October 11th, two back-to-back release dates for two long-anticipated series with fervent fandoms. In one corner, we have Bleach's 1000-year blood war that fans have waited a decade to finally see animated, and it was and is a cause of celebration for those who love the story of Bleach. In the other corner, we have Chainsaw Man, which despite its first publication being in 2019, it quickly became one of the most discussed manga on the internet, and its anime adaptation emblazoned the respective fanbase, and rightfully so. It's a unique story that isn't like one I've ever seen before. However, in this discussion, given I discuss Bleach primarily on this channel, I don't intend to imply I'm without bias. Clearly, I favor Bleach, but that isn't to say that I dislike Chainsaw Man in the slightest. Hell, I love Chainsaw Man and it's one I look forward to watching each and every week with my girlfriend. What the is a girlfriend? Due to these two stories joining and taking over the anime discussion on a weekly basis literally just a day apart, it's no wonder why there was so much animosity amongst the fan bases. But I disagree inherently with the discussion and implication that these series are mutually exclusive and comparable even on a base level. Bleach is a series that has existed well over 2 decades, spanning 686 chapters, and it's a story that's already concluded. Bleach's prominence within the big three is indicative of the type of comparisons that in my eyes seem more valid. A comparison to Naruto or One Piece I can much more get behind. Due to Chainsaw Man being a brand new story and part of the next generation of anime, I feel the discussion should instead be targeted towards its comparability to other animes of similar theme, structure, and publication time. Inherently, these series come from completely different eras, with Bleach starting in 2001 and finishing within 2016, and with Chainsaw Man beginning in 2019 and still continuing its publication, they're in different phases of their story. However, this difference isn't near enough of a compelling argument for a bold statement such as Bleach versus Chainsaw Man shouldn't even be a debate. What is, however, is that on a fundamental level, these stories are completely different, and that's a damn good thing for anime. The story of Bleach is one within Ichigo's journey of self-acceptance, overcoming his darkness and his resolve to protect that which he cherishes. One of the many reasons I fell in love with Bleach was because Ichigo is one of the most relatable protagonists to me. His darkness and loss he carries with him is the same that many of us share, and his journey of overcoming despair and choosing to fight in face of such emotion, it's a tale that transcends the genre of fiction and is one that we can apply to our everyday lives. My experience with Bleach is an intimate one, and the emotional notes it hits for me are far different than the emotions I experience within Chainsaw Man. It just hasn't reached me as a series the same way Bleach has, and that's how I prefer series to be. I want to experience unique emotions with each series instead of regurgitated themes we've seen time and time again. Chainsaw Man does just that. Every week when I watch Chainsaw Man, I'm enveloped by its unique style and plot. I can honestly say I haven't seen another anime like it. Fujimoto pays homage weekly to his love of film, and seeing so much of his inspirations as a mangaka illustrated through parallel scenes from classic movies, it's nothing short of brilliant. He has such a unique ability to have a chapter or a 20-minute episode function as a live-action horror comedy where I'm at moments uncomfortable, anxious, or laughing hysterically at the complete and utter chaos. I'm truly shocked each week with the direction the story goes, and I never know what to expect to come next. Whether it be an amazing fight, a heartbreaking moment, or perhaps the most simple yet hilarious objective as an anime protagonist, I'm never disappointed. I've seen a long list of detractors with statements like, Chainsaw Man is simply about a horny teenager trying to get laid, but I think they're missing the point of Denji's character. Denji is a human deprived of connection. Throughout his tragic life, he's longed for something we all desire as humans, to not be alone and to be loved. In the case of Denji, given his age and his cheery disposition despite his circumstance, these basic desires are expressed in the form of him simply wanting to grab some boobs and get laid. At first glance, this concept seems silly to someone simply watching the show without truly thinking about the circumstances and depth of Denji's character. On the flip side, I see so much Bleach slander regarding the story as a whole, and I'm nauseated at the lack of understanding of the thematic structure that Bleach contains. With comments suggesting Ichigo's lack of depth and disapproval of the apparent formulaic storytelling of Kubo, it's clear that these critics are reading and watching at a surface level as simply consumers of entertainment. And there's nothing wrong with the consumption of content in that fashion, but to use that as part of an agenda to bring hate towards a series simply is. I truly do cringe every time I scroll through Twitter and see the hate regarding both of these beloved stories. I feel us as a community of anime enjoyers should relish in both the rebirth of a beloved series within Bleach and the birth of one of the next bastions of the next generation within Chainsaw Man. Whether you're in the mood to hear the words Bonkai so many times that it becomes background noise of your head, or you want to see whether Denji's dream of getting laid becomes actualized, why not have the best of both worlds? Bleach versus Chainsaw Man shouldn't be a debate. We have so much planned for 2023, so if you like this style of content, please do consider dropping a subscription. Be greedier, and I will catch you all next time.